Here is how I went from this to this. What if I told you that you can create game-ready music in minutes, even if you haven't composed before? Today, I'm gonna show you how I leveraged AI tools the right way to create an exciting 8-bar loop that could easily fit into an indie platformer or a boss fight. Hi everyone, Amadeus here. I'm a game composer on a mission to make game music more accessible for both developers and musicians alike. I have been experimenting with some AI tools lately, and honestly, they are not here to replace creativity. They are here to enhance it. So today, I'll walk you through how I use Fader's SynGPT-2 and DrumGPT to create a full game loop from scratch. So let's get to it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is to open our Reaper session. We're using Reaper because this is the most accessible though and it's super flexible. The individual license is around $60, but you can extend the trial period indefinitely. I really recommend you don't do that and buy the license because this is an amazing DAW. So we double click on the left. Now we have a new track. We're going to select our input for MIDI and I select my keyboard. You will do yours. So now let's add a plugin. You click on this effects symbol here and we're going to write GPT because we're going to use SynGPT-2. So now in order to have the plugin, you will need to subscribe to Fader Plus to get access to the plugin for SynGPT and DrumGPT. However, both of these tools are freely available in their website, that's fader.com, so you can check them and experiment with them for free. So here with SynGPT, you will describe your sound down here. You can do that by either typing or via voice, via your microphone. But now, in this new update, you can make the sound with your mouth, and SynGPT is going to analyze it, make a description, and generate the sound for you. So let's give it a go. We're going to go with bzzz. Okay, let's wait for a few seconds. And there you go, a sustained low pitch buzzing sound similar to an electric or electronic hum. So let's see how it sounds. Okay, it can work for our bass really well. But let's check the higher register. Ooh. Yes. This is what I mean. So I'm thinking we can do something simple like. There you go. And this will be really simple to do. If you are not into music theory a lot, let me explain what I just did there. We started with a D minor triad, which this is D, F, and A. You can see this if you have your piano roll, this would be all white keys. So D, F, A, and we do. And then we go one step down to C major. This is C, E, and G. Again, all white keys is. And then you do the same, but to the right, to an E minor. And that's essentially going to be our chords. But I'm thinking we could have like a drum and bass beat. So drum and bass is usually 170 BPM. So let's go up here where it says 120, double click. And now we delete that. And we do 170, okay? Okay, let's call it chords. And let's add some color. Track color, let's do like a big green. Okay. All right, so it's going to be something like this. There you go. So now let's do the bass. Let's duplicate this track. So right click, duplicate. Let's call this bass. Okay, so for our bass, we're going to have like. So there you go. So let's listen to it together. All right, last but not least, we need the drums. So double click. Let's call these drums. We're going to add an effect as well, but this case is going to be DrumGPT. And let's keep it simple. We want drum and bass, so let's say drum and bass. It's generating it. And it is there. So let's go to the drums. There you go. Now this has a lot of thumbs. So we're going to shorten it. We're going to use this one somewhere here. Okay. Same with the snare. Snare one is good. We may need another snare as well. So let's go ahead and do the same for both snares and the clap, just to be prepared. Because drum and bass has a lot of ornaments. We have our kick, two snares, and a clap. In snare two, you know what? Let's rise the pitch a bit. There you go. So one is a bit lower and one a bit higher. Now let's go to the hats. So this one, we're going to also shorten it. Let's do a bit higher pitch as well. Now let's do some open hats. Okay, these are pretty much perfect. Let's just shorten them. The thing is, we need a very fast-paced drum loop, so we need stuff with not with a shorter tail, essentially. Okay, so here we have our drum loop. Let's listen to it. Let's do a couple variations of this. So let me duplicate it here. And the first one, we need an accent. Let's open this one here. So this is the kick, and this is the kick. This is snare one, snare two, clap, and these are the hats too. What I want for this one is just some open hats there. There you go. Select both of them and duplicate a couple of times. Now let's see, loop it. So we're basically there. So let's add some character to it. Let's duplicate the bass. We're going to put this below here, and we're going to call this an atmosphere. We're going to do something wacky to make this track even more memorable and more original. So for this one, let's open SyncGPT-2 again. We start recording, and I'm going to be clapping my fingers. Okay, so we're there. It says a rhythmic series of sharp claps, evenly spaced, creating a steady percussive beat. Let's see how that sounds. Okay, let's cut it a bit. There you go. With this one, I think we can go a bit crazy. So we can add a lot of effects. So the first thing we're going to add is some saturation. So let's play it by itself. Now with some saturation. It gets a bit louder, but it gets a bit grittier. So I'm using this M saturator, which you can get for free at Melda. I really like the clip saturations, either clip 1, 2, or 3. In this case, I used 2. And I added some harmonics. I subtracted from the second harmonic and the third, and I added a bit from the fourth and the fifth. But that's not all. Now let's add some crazy delay. This is my favorite delay so far. Listen to that. This is called Delay. It's a free tool as well. It has a lot of presets that are really cool. In this case, I use the Brainwashed. Lastly, let's do some EQ. So let's remove all the rumble and some of the hardness here. Let's listen to the full loop. So, can AI make game music? Not by itself, but when used right, it can save you hours of work and help you unlock sounds that you might never discovered otherwise. If you want to try this setup, visit Feder.com. It's full of free tools where you can experiment with AI-driven remixing, collabing, and sound design. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment below what style of game music should I recreate next. And I'll see you in the next one.